Bonjour, tout le monde. Hello, everybody. And you're most welcome, Rose. Thank you for being here. And thank you to the Diane gang for coming out here and supporting me yesterday. I know this video was supposed to happen yesterday, but I ended up being very busy over the weekend. So I had to change it from Saturday to Sunday, then Sunday to today. So I finally decided, okay, let me get this done today. I'm tired of rescheduling this. And yes, this is going to be a movie review, and yes, there is going to be some spoilers or alerts. So if you have not seen the movie Nope by Jordan Peele, this might not be the best live for you guys to watch because, like I said, there will be spoilers here today. So watch out for that. So if you haven't seen the movie Nope, maybe go watch the movie Nope and then come back to my review. If you already seen the movie Nope, feel free to join the discussion and comment what your thoughts were of this movie. So, yes, spoiler alerts, folks. I'm just going to get the music in the background going. Let me know if the music is too loud or not loud enough, but hopefully I got it right. So, we're just going to go ahead and play my intro video, and we're going to get going into the movie review of Jordan Peele's movie Nope. So I'll be back in 25 seconds, guys. And I hope that you guys enjoy this conversation that we're going to have today about the movie Nope. Hello, hello, and we're back. Hello, Shane. How you doing? Great Farmer Freelance. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. I saw that you uploaded the video I made for you. I will send you the version with music because I noticed I didn't send you the one with music. But you also feel free, Shane, if you want to. Later, I can always show you how to add music to yourself for yourself to the video if you want me to. So don't be afraid to hit me up and say, hey, how do I add music to the video? I need to know. And also, like I said, I'll send you the version I have with music as well. The movie, not the movie, of the video that I sent you. So, um, so yeah, so basically, like I said earlier, this is going to be a spoiler review of the movie Nope by Jordan Peele. I'm going to show you guys now a little mini clip. If you're going to be watching this live in replay mode, you might not see this little, video I created of the what's it? Now I'm blanking, but sorry, my brain does not want to cooperate with me today. Um, a trailer. Sorry, my brain was not looking for the. It was really not finding the movie trailer in my head for some reason. I was blanking on that word. A nice little brain fart I was having. So I chopped up a trailer. So if you guys don't see the trailer I'm about to play, it's because obviously I got a copyright claim. Oop, I'm just gonna take off. I need that as the background and not the overlay. So let me just change my overlay before I do anything else, guys. Give me a second. So here we are. So today is going to be, like I said, a spoiler of the movie Nope. So if you haven't seen that movie, this might not be the best live for you to come see. But if you don't mind spoilers, or if you've seen the movie already, feel free to get some popcorn, get some beer. There's plenty. I left some on the table right in front of you guys. There's plenty of digital drinks and popcorn and everything else. So grab some. It's all free. Don't worry about it. So help yourself to the digital snacks that I've provided for you, and we'll be able to watch it all together. So as I was saying, if you guys don't see the trailer in the replay, okay, great, fantastic. I have these nice, wonderful comments. Let me just. Oh, thank you, Shane. Thank you for deleting. Thank you very much. Wonderful. Thank you, Shane. You see how awesome you are, Shane? I don't even have to say anything. Thank you, Shane, for intervening. And here I thought that I was gonna have a bot free live, but no, of course the bots have to come around and enjoy and mark their presence. Unfortunately, life on YouTube is absolutely wonderful, wonderful. But of course, when you have fantastic moderators like Shane, things get taken care of very quickly and very easily. So thanks again, Shane, for that. So, like I was saying, if you guys don't see the trailer in the replay, it's because I got a copyright claim and I simply removed it. So that's why sometimes, guys, it's good to come to somebody's actual live and participate, because sometimes yeah, people's children, yes, sometimes things have to be added or removed because of copyright claims and all that stuff. So most likely will get a copyright claim. I did do some editing to it, some minor editing, but obviously because it is Jordan Peele and it is a big movie, I'm going to get a copyright claim, and I do expect that. And it's normal. It is copyrighted material, and as much as you try to do edit and use, all the free to use stuff as you can, there's still risk of claims. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys it is technically the official trailer. I did do some editing to it. I do admit to, when I edit things, I don't shy away from that, guys. I don't think it's something to hide when you edit a show or a clip or what have you. If you do edit or Photoshop, claim it, be authentic, be true. I think that's just normal to make it clear when you do something like that. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the trailer for the movie, and then we're going to go ahead and start talking about the movie Nope. So let me just find my clip here, and hopefully you guys enjoy, like I said, this conversation. So yeah, so that was the trailer for the movie Nope. So obviously, you guys feel free to see the actual full trailer for the movie, and obviously see the movie for yourselves if you can. Now, I overall liked the movie a lot. I enjoyed it, although sometimes there were moments where I was scratching my head a little bit and was like, "Wait, what is this? What's going on here? Wait, what?" But overall, I liked it. Now, Jordan Peele, for me, overall, is one of those directors that I love some of the stuff that he does. I don't like some of the stuff he does, but that's normal, right? When you're watching a movie of any director, there's always going to be a certain amount of movies that you're going to enjoy of theirs, some that you're not going to enjoy at all, some that you're like, meh, okay, it's good moments here, good moments there. And of course, there's going to be some directors that no matter what they do, you absolutely are going to find them dog shit, and it's like, no, this is a crap, get me out of it. And others that you're just going to absolutely love and adore. Jordan Peele is one of those that some of the stuff I like, some of them not so much. I can go without it. So anyways, into the review of Nope. So I saw it a few days ago. A few days ago, about 2 weeks or so ago, I saw it, and I saw it at a VIP theater that we have in Montreal. Uh, so Montreal, like a lot of big cities, you're gonna have VIP theaters in some of the bigger cities and so forth. So, for those of you who don't know about what a VIP theater, it's a regular theater for the most part. The difference is that the chairs tend to be a lot more comfortable, and yes, the chairs were very comfortable. And on top of that, depending on what time you come to the movie, like if you do come a good 10-15 minutes early, you can order food and they bring the food to you, including alcohol. Okay, so obviously you do have to be over 18. So oftentimes these are movies that are not necessarily going to be kids movies, or PG or PG-13 movies. So oftentimes do expect more adult movies, or movies where they're R-rated, or not necessarily available to children. Okay, that's my boss calling, but guess what? I'm not working, so I'm not going to answer the phone right now. So, my boss, they love to call me at any time of the day to have me work, but look, I'm not working right now, so I'm just gonna let that phone call go to my answering machine. Okay, good. And then I'll just pick it up later and call them back. But anyways, so enough ranting. They don't pay me, so they don't get my time. Anyways, so yeah, I'm gonna continue, and yeah, so basically, now the movie Nope is centered around two uh, characters. Now, one of the things that I do like about Jordan Peele is that he is one of the few directors that has a black centric cast, right? So obviously I know that for many people that might be, controversial. It might seem to, oh, the liberal left and SJW and keyboard warriors and so forth. But at the end of the day, it's always nice to go to a movie and see a face that resembles your own, right? And I think this is an experience that all of us want to go through to some degree, right? Whether you're white, black, Korean, Japanese, Marin, whatever, we all want to see a face that's similar to ours. So it's nice to go to a movie where you're seeing mostly black faces. I am black myself, and there's no shame in that. So it's always nice to go to a movie and see that the cast overall looks like me, sounds like me, behaves like me, would have some of the same basic reactions that I would have. Now, obviously, one of the things I dislike a lot of it is that sometimes Jordan Peele plays into those black centric stereotypes and biases, where we're all into hip hop and we dress in a certain way. We all talk a certain way. I've gotten the comment a lot of the times that I quote unquote act white or talk white. So I oftentimes, although it's nice to have black faces to look at, sometimes it feels like he plays into that quote unquote that all black people are into that, urban culture, rap culture type of mindset. Which, okay, yes, that does apply to a lot of the black community. There is a large percentage of the black community that's what they're about, but there's, a lot of the black community that's not the world that they grew up in. That's not how they live their lives. Here in Canada and in the US, of course, you have a large population of black Canadians or black Americans that are, of course, from Africa or from other countries. So, of course, we're not going to have, or they're not going to have the American culture or the, American mindset, quote unquote, right? So, so sometimes it has that good and bad thing about it. But anyways, to get into the movie itself, so now it, like I said, it follows two uh, main characters that are, of course, both black characters, which is Otis Jr. Otis Haywood Jr., nicknamed OJ, and his sister Emerald, or M, who basically, once the father passes away, inherit the farm that they both grew up on. Now, that's already at the almost at the near beginning of the movie. What was fantastic is you start almost right away into the mystery. You don't wait a whole lot long to wonder, like, what the bleep is going on here, what's happening, right? So you see Otis Senior and Junior sort of talking with each other, and it's understood that the son stayed on the farm while the younger sister went off to do whatever she wanted to do, which is, fairly common in a lot of families where you have one sibling or one family member that stays with the parent to take over the business or the house or whatever, and then the other one goes off and, sort of comes back later on to sort of, okay, I had my fun, or I tried my life, now I'm back with the family. And at the beginning of the film, you see them both talking and exchanging, and, kind of, you can tell that they've been running the business together for several years. And then it goes silent, and then you hear things just fall into the ground, and of course you're like, wait, what's going on? Like, because it literally goes dead silent basically for a moment. Like, everything just stops, like all the crickets, the insects, everything. So of course that already from the get-go is like, oh wait, what's going on, like, you're accustomed, especially in most typical horror movies, when the quote unquote monster or bad guy comes into the movie, the sound actually builds up. It usually doesn't build down to a silence. It builds up. You have a little sting, a little ding ding ding, a little like jolt of music that comes in to signal, hey, the monster is here. In Nope, it's quite the contrary. It oftentimes goes silent when you want to signal that the monster or the bad guy is coming in. And you hear, like I said, the first rush of sound, which are these things that are dropping from the sky. And unfortunately, one of those things that drop from the sky ends up killing Otis Sr. Of course, Otis Jr. is like, wait, what's going on? He just sees, the father just was on the horse because they're on a ranch with horses. That's the main thing. So it's not a farm where they're like, crops and things like that. It's a horse farm where they train horses for shows. And, they have those like that little I don't know what it's called, but that thing that turns around and around with the horses on them, and the little kids go onto the horses to sort of ride the horses. Hey, Marty and Jamie, how you guys doing? I hope you guys are well. Sorry if I don't see you guys right away. I'm looking at something else, but I see you guys are here now. I hope Marty and Jamie, I hope both of you guys are doing well. I don't know if it's Marty that's here or if it's Jamie or if it's both of you listening, but hi to both of you in any event. If it is one of you, say hi to the other for me. So yeah, so Otis Jr. sees his father on the horse. Stop. They all look up to see, well, what's fallen, what's going on, and then after the noise stops, you see the father's on the horse slump over a little bit, and then the horse walk off, and then Otis Jr. is just looking at the father, wondering like, what's going on? Why is he slumped over that way? It's like in the moment he didn't realize that something happened to his father until finally the horses, like I said, start to walk and continue a little bit for like 10-20 seconds until finally the father falls off of the horse. And that's when, of course, Otis Jr. runs to the father and is like, whoa, wait a minute, this is definitely not normal, and intervenes. Of course, you find out that one of the things that were fallen had hit the father in the head and basically killed him. Not right away, unfortunately, and that's part of that trauma that you're building in the movie. So obviously, the son, of course, had to rush the father to the hospital because, again, this is happening in California, in one of the more desert parts of the state. I'm not too sure exactly where this movie is supposed to take place in California, but I know it's supposed to be in the state of California somewhere. Um, so obviously, this is not a place where you call the ambulance and they'll be there in 2 minutes. It usually is probably better in this part of California to, if that person needs to go to the hospital, you put them in the car and you drive as fast as you can to the nearest hospital, because it's probably going to be a lot quicker and a lot safer and easier that way to get your family member or whoever it is that needs help to get that help that they need. And of course, the father does pass away, unfortunately, and that's when I said, like I said earlier, the two children inherit uh, inherit the farm. Now, it's made very clear from the get-go that the farm is not doing very well at all, even though the business had been doing very good at some point, because as you guys know, horses are often used in a lot of different films. And you saw in my little video clip that I showed earlier, this 2 or 3 second clip that they had of, the first quote unquote movie that was made, which was used out of 2-3 shots of a black man running, not running, but on horseback going through a race, and they made a quote unquote movie out of that. It was like a 2-3 second clip. Now, that clip, I do have it on the Wikipedia page, and I'm going to show that to you guys now. Now, I haven't had a chance to do any kind of research to see if this is genuinely a real clip and it really is the first clip ever. So I don't really know, but we can definitely look at the clip. And for those of you who do know if this is a legitimate clip and it really is the first movie ever made, let me know. Hello, Pat Yaba. How are you? I hope you're doing very well. So we're going to look at that little clip here. So as you can see, this is the little clip here. And like I said, it's just a 2-3 little clip. And it is, as you can see, it was made, and it is, by the looks of it, um, of 1887 plate 626. And it was used as an illustration as the first assembly of photographs used to create a motion picture. So, of course, as you can see, this is in quotation. So, I don't know if it's a legitimate, like, okay, this is the first movie ever. Hello, hello, Chaos Rain. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. I haven't had a chance, Chaos, to check out your live. I know you were live earlier today or yesterday, and I haven't had a chance to check it out. So, anyways, of course, this family is trying to bank on its history in movies, because in the movie they're claiming that, well, we're descendants of the gentleman that's the jockey that's in this clip, and that our horses, and therefore our relatives as well, are also part of the film industry from the get-go. So even one of the characters later on comments, "Oh, you guys are film royalty," essentially, right? Sort of mocking them that they're quote unquote, yeah, you guys have been, generations in movies and so forth, right? In some way or another. So they're trying their best to make the money in the business and really keep the ranch going, particularly the older brother. But you can tell during the movie that the little sister is like, yes, she wants to be part of the entertainment business, but not as a farm ranch, not as raising or training the horses and so forth. That's not really what they're about. Hey James, how you doing? Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you very much for being here. Love the haircut. I definitely, it's a definite difference to see you with the haircut versus pre-haircut. But thank you, James, for being here and spending a few seconds with me. So you can see already that there's a certain amount of conflict, between the brother and sister, and that you can tell that the relationship was a bit strained, and that the sister feels, and you see that later on. She's like, yeah, this particular horse was my horse. The horse was called Jean Jacket. This horse was promised to me. And then to see, you guys, so her older brother and father, train the horse to be in movies. So you can see that she's a bit resentful, and maybe kind of wanted to, was part of the reason why she stepped away and moved away from the ranch at some point in her life. So obviously, we don't go in depth with the family drama in here, so you don't know exactly when she left and why, but you definitely get a sense that there was a certain amount of conflict with the family, and that they're, as much as they get along, that everything isn't perfect with them. And of course, the death of the father brought the daughter to come back and really see what was going on with the ranch. And that's when she finds out, when she moves back, that the older brother had to sell some of the horses to a nearby ranch, in order to keep the business going, and in order to continue making money. And you can also see that the brother is a little bit resentful of her coming back, because you can tell as well that one of the other conflicts between the brother and sister is that the brother is more shy, more inwards, and you can tell that for him, being on that ranch with the animals was perfect. It was wonderful. Was exactly where he needed to be. He understood the horses very well, and you can tell that this is a man that grew up on a farm, grew up with animals, in particular horses, and understood their behavior very well. While as a daughter, you can tell that she's very energetic and outgoing, and very like, hey, do this, do that. So that first, when you go back to watch the trailer with that clip where you see the girl, hey, this is my great 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 grandfather. That's the brother and sister, right? So you see the dynamic already there in that little 5-10 second clip, right? That 5-10 second moment where you see that she's very outgoing and bubbly, and tries to make connections, and tries to say, hey, I happen to be running this business, and I happen to be doing this, and really tries to get use that connections, that networking possibility, to bring her business, while her brother tends to be very straight excuse me, very straightforward, very, we're doing this one thing and that's it, and don't bring anything else into it, and that's it. Hello, Wiley. How are you? How you doing, Wiley Rich? I hope you're doing doing great today and having a great day. So yes, today is a conversation about the movie Nope. So if you guys haven't seen this movie, there is going to be spoilers. Obviously, I'm talking a lot about the movie right now. So obviously, if you haven't seen the movie or don't plan on seeing the movie, well, it's up to you guys, but there will be spoiler alerts throughout the movie. Now, obviously, I can't show clips of the movie. There's not much, since it is a new movie, there's not a whole lot of clips of the movie out there on the internet for me to show you. I did want to show a picture of the quote unquote monster, but unfortunately, there's not a whole lot out there of the movie. So maybe once it's released onto Netflix or DVD, I can come back and talk about it a little bit more in depth. But yeah, so basically, like I said before, starting from the very first clip, you already sense the horror, you already sense the conflict. And that's the other thing I like about this movie is that a horror movie, you're not supposed to leave a horror movie feeling good. To me, if you left a horror movie feeling fantastic and great, it didn't do its job. It's supposed to leave you questioning. It's supposed to leave you with an eerie feeling. You're supposed to leave that movie wondering what the hell happened. What would happen if this happened to me? What would I do? How would I handle things? And I think Jordan Peele really did a good job with that movie, where you really do leave that movie wondering, like, what happened, what's the meaning of this, where is this monster from, and all that. It just leaves you with more questions. It leaves you wondering, what would you do in this case, right? And that's what a horror movie is supposed to do. You're not supposed to leave a good horror movie with answers to everything. Okay, so I think Jordan Peele's round of applause on that. He definitely left you with a whole bunch of questions. So of course, as the brother and sister spend more and more time on the farm, they start noticing weird things happening. On the very first full night that they spend at the ranch, one of the horses breaks free and starts running off and just mysteriously disappears. And again, that's where you're seeing a little bit more of the quote unquote enemy here. And I'm going to go right ahead. I know I was skirting around and saying monster and bad guy and enemy. It is a an alien movie. That's right. Nope is an alien movie. So that's one of the big spoiler alerts. Alien. The alien is the bad guy. They're the monsters. So what you see when you see that the horse runs off at some point, you see it get sucked up into the air, and you see a little glimpse of a UFO, right? And as you go through more and more of the movie, more and more of that alien ship gets revealed. Okay, so of course, uh, both the brother and sister are like, "What happened? What's going on?" Now, the other thing that I like about this movie is that rather than, because the brother is the one that saw it, rather than the brother saying nothing about it, and oh, I don't know, I didn't see nothing, I don't know what happened, the horse just ran off. He tries to at first, but the sister manages to coax it out of him. And actually, that's when they discover, oh no, there's aliens here. Our horse got basically snatched by an alien, right? And that's what the other thing I like about the movies. Throughout the movie, you're revealing more and more about what that alien is, about what it does, what you should avoid. At one point, the brother, because again you're seeing that he has this expertise with animals, notices that he's able to get from point A to point B because he has to move through the territory. That if he looks down, i.e., he doesn't look at the alien, so the spaceship, he's able to not get attacked. So he realizes because of the way the ship moves, that the ship isn't a ship, that the ship is the actual alien itself. So that's the other thing that I like about the movie, is that it kind of gives a very different twist to what an alien is, right? For most of us, when we look at a UFO, and here I'm going to just do a quick little search for UFO. Most of us, when we think of an alien, we often think of it as two pieces, right? We think of the alien ship, and then we think of the alien, the little green men, right? But in the movie, in Nope, it's the ship is the alien is the ship. It's not two separate things, right? So let me just find an image. So yeah, so I'm just gonna share the screen here with you guys again. So just give me a second. And I know I'm talking about scatterbrain and a little bit of anything and everything. And yeah, American Werewolf, Shane. Yeah, that is a good scary movie as well. I might talk about that movie another time. But yeah, there's quite a few movies that I like that are really good. Did a really good job of scaring the crap out of me. So, of course, when we think of UFOs, we think of things like this, right? So, this kind of alien ship. So, of course, and now Jordan Peele does show something similar to this at the beginning. So for the most part, most of what you see of the alien resembles something like this relatively, right? Obviously, he makes it look his own thing. It makes it look different, right? So of course, anytime you create, because obviously it's a question of copyright. So obviously, whenever you create a UFO for a movie, you do have to make it something different. It can look similar up to a certain point, but obviously it has to be relatively unique, right? So, of course, Jordan Peele's Alien, especially at the beginning of the movie, does look similar to this, has this generic shape to it, right? Very oval, flat, almost a saucer, but not quite, right? So you have that sense. By the end of the movie, the alien does not look like this at all, and it looks very different. That's the other thing that I really liked about the movie, is the special effects. And you see at one point in the movie, once it's clear that it's cut, that yes, this is an alien movie. We've now revealed that this is what we're dealing with, right? We're dealing with a UFO. You can see that the alien, once it moves over the mountains, it does not move how you would expect an alien ship to move, right? So if you're talking about this is a ship, this is a means of transportation, like a boat, like a car, everybody knows, even though we can't always explain how a ship moves, we kind of know instinctively how it works. So once we see that a ship of some kind does not move in the right way, we know there's something wrong. Hey, Tasha, how you doing? I hope you're doing great here. I hope you're having a good time. So obviously, Tasha, we are talking about the movie Nope. So I don't know if you've seen the movie or not, but there is spoiler alerts. So of course, I just revealed, as you can see, that the movie is an alien movie. If you did not know, so you're basically following these two characters, as I was saying before, that are revealing that they're basically being attacked by aliens. So not only are they having to worry about trying to save their farm from financial ruin, they're now having to save their farm and themselves from aliens. So one of the first things the daughter is like, well, because again, like I said, her character, her personality is about the okay, now what next, right? She's like, well, we need the quote unquote Oprah moment. You're eating dinner, great, enjoy, have a nice cold beer for me. So of course, she's like, we need to get the Oprah, because if we just go and tell people, hey, we're being attacked by aliens, of course people are not going to believe them. They're going to be laughed at, they're going to be mocked. What the bleep is going on? These two are gone crazy. Oh, they're just doing this for a movie, right? They're just making this up. She's like, no, we need to be able to show proof that we are being attacked. And yes, even though part of it is to potentially make money, to potentially make a movie out of this, like we need tangible proof. We need video of this, right? So of course you see them going into the local store to get video cameras and all that set up. And of course that's when they meet one of the other characters. It's more of a side character, but he's relatively present in the movie. I forgot his name, but he is one of the clerks at the store, and he's like, very typical, like, oh yeah, here's this equipment. Do you need somebody to set it up for you? Blah blah blah. And is like, he's that side character that's there for the comedy and makes a lot of jokes. Overall, I found that character pretty typical, unfortunately. But I do like that after the brother, he is one of the second character that notices that, hey, wait a minute, there's something going on there. There is an alien here that's going on here. Okay. The character helps the brother and sister, so it helps Otis Jr. and M to set up the surveillance. And the very first night he's like, oh, I can monitor this for you guys. And the brother sister, being protective, they're like, no, no, we don't need your help, we're good, don't worry about it. So of course that first night, like I said, that the horse disappears, they're recording this, and of course they get into trouble right away. Not only does the horse end up being attacked by the alien, but they can't actually get any shots of the alien for two reasons. One, a cricket gets into the frame of the camera, blocking most of the shot. But also due to the fact that the alien drains the electricity. So any digital camera or cell phone or whatever does not work, right? And this also plays into later on into the rest of the movie, where you see other characters come in because of that, and really are utilized for that. So of course, that secondary character. And I'm just gonna look up his name here. Give me a second to see if I can't find that character's name, because I don't like saying character. Okay, Angel Torres is the name of the character from the electronics store. So Angel comes in and sets up that equipment and all that. That doesn't help them at all. Now, a couple days later, Angel comes back and it's just like, oh my god, it's real, right? So this is the point where they still haven't quite. They're still talking through: is this aliens? This is not aliens. How do we get proof of it, and so forth. Sorry, he's the third character, not the second, but the third character. But he's the one that really is able to like understand and get concrete proof, because at this point, even though Otis and M are realize that they have an alien, they're like, where is it hiding? What does it look like? They're still questioning. They're still wondering what's going on. While as the employee, so Angel Torres is the first one to come up with like that cloud, and I don't have a clip of it. There's a specific cloud that you'll notice literally does not move at all. In fact, throughout the movie, there's a whole question of like, okay, this cloud hasn't moved for days, but there's been weird things going on their ranch and on the neighborhood ranch, um, that's been going on for the past 6 months. So the theory is that this alien has actually been around for 6 months. So you kind of, at this point, you're seeing the tail end of the movie. So that's the other thing that I liked, is that oftentimes, hello, Glorious Reality, how are you? I'm glad to see you here, and I'm hoping that you're enjoying the show. So yeah, so we're actually at the end of the quote unquote experience. So and that's really what was so intriguing about this movie, is that most often than not, when you have an alien movie, most of the time we're introduced to the alien when it comes to the planet at first, right? So think of a movie like what's it called? That Will Smith alien movie. I'm blanking on the name of the movie, but most of the time, in any event, it'll probably come to me in a moment. But in any event, most of these alien movies, we get introduced to the alien when it first comes to the planet, right? War of the Worlds is one of the others. It wasn't that movie that I was thinking about, but War of the Worlds is one of those examples. We're being introduced to the alien, and the characters are being introduced to the alien when it first comes. Here, the alien's been around for a few months, maybe even longer, but the characters only discover it once they're going and first being attacked by the alien and uh, manage. And yes, they do apparently kill the alien at the end of the movie, and we're gonna get to that in a moment. So the electronic gentleman, the guy from the electronics store, he's like, that cloud has not moved since I installed the camera, right? It's been there. So they theorize this alien, this animal, okay, this extraterrestrial, during the day hides itself as a cloud and does not move, which is why also the electronics during the day, for the most part, still work and are fine. So that's how he notices that, oh, wait, there's this one cloud in a very specific shape that just does not move. It's just there, you know? And of course, during the night, when it goes to feed, at first on the horses, that's when, of course, the cloud dissipates and it goes after the animals. And of course, that's when the electronic stuff goes haywire. So once they click in, of course, now the alien reveals itself a little bit more. So you're seeing more of a shape. So it's looking, and by the end of the movie, like I said, that alien ship, that form that I showed you guys before, the alien by the end of it does not look like that at all, right? It does not have that shape. So that's the other thing that I like is that. Um, Jordan Peele takes a lot of the typical biases that we think and changes them around a little bit. Like I said earlier, with the ship and the aliens are two separate things. Here we're seeing no, they're the one thing, right? And obviously we expect aliens to be the quote unquote little green men. You're not seeing that. They're not. It's not the alien isn't a little green man or little green people, right? The ship is the alien. So that's the other thing that I really like. Now I was talking about the neighboring ranch, which is Jupiter's Claim, and that's another minor character that does have a major impact in the movie. Now, these are the neighborhood ranch, and obviously Otis Jr. has knows about them, and in fact sold quite a few of the horses to Jupiter's Claim, and you understood as well that the father was also doing this, and you kind of get the impression that Jupiter's Claim probably actually has known for the past few months that the aliens have been here. Now you find out that the owner of Jupiter's Claim, and I'm trying to see. Oh yeah, Jupe. Okay, Jupe is the owner. Uh, has known about this alien being around because you get the sense that that alien probably revealed itself to it at some point, and he probably had the same kind of experience that Otis Jr. had, and he's actually doing a little twist to that whole alien experience. So rather than running away and hiding, oh my god, what's going on? He actually turns that the alien is in that one space, in that zone of these two ranches that are neighborhood ranches, and he turns it to his advantage. And he actually is intentionally buying the horses from Otis Senior and then Otis Junior when Otis Junior takes over the ranch after the father passing, to feed to the aliens. So he's literally feeding the aliens. So yes, if you guys didn't understand, that's the other twist with this alien. They're not at first going after humans. They're going after the animals, the horses, right? And that's the other thing that I find that I really liked about the movie is that not only does the movie twist on who the alien is attacking, but in the movie, when you hear the sound, when you hear the presence of the alien, you're not hearing the alien itself. You're hearing the noises that the people are and the horses at first are making when they're being devoured. And that is the creepiest thing. It's really, really creepy. Okay. Um, you hear the screams and the screeching. Now, where you get into the middle of the movie is that you're now going into Jupe's perspective. So you get the backstory of Jupe, where he was a child actor and was on a big show, and the chimpanzee went crazy and attacked several of the actors, and it was about to seemingly attack the child Jupe. Okay, but the chimpanzee was, of course, attacked and put down because of what they did. In that, throughout the movie, you don't see that moment revealed in one shot. It is revealed little moments here, little moments there, but at some point they do show the full thing. And you see, for a very brief moment, you see a shoe of one of the actors literally stand up perfectly without anything being, holding it up. It's literally standing from the heel toe up. So you get the sense that maybe Jupe, or the monkey or the aliens have potentially been there for several years. Or I don't know if you guys know the movie Predator, right? Where in the movie Predator, the alien, the predator alien, okay, have been coming to Earth for several years, for several generations, right? So you get the impression with this movie. That's what I think was really well done, that even though we're seeing 6 months, quote unquote, not in full, you get the impression that this movie actually is dealing with something that's been going on for years potentially, right? So there's not really anything in, you know, that really tells you 100%, which is why I was telling you guys with this movie, that's what I find that was really well done, is that we don't know for a fact when these aliens came to the planet. We don't know what Jupe's relationship is to this alien. Did Jupe somehow attract this alien? What happened? In fact, with that chimpanzee attack on the actors on stage, now the official explanation is that one of the balloons exploded and that made the chimpanzee mad. But what caused the balloon to explode, right? They're saying, oh well, it's the heat from the balloons, but balloons don't necessarily pop for anything and everything, right? um, so of course, you're left with the whole, what happened in this moment? Like, why is that shoe just standing up by itself with nothing holding it up, right? With no obvious reason, right? So of course, Jupe, being a child, had no ways to comprehend what would happen, and just was just like, okay, there's a chimpanzee that went crazy and freaked out, and that's it. And I've had to recover since, and that's part of why I'm here on this ranch. And like I said before, he's like, you get the sense that he's seen the alien, and is using the horses that he's buying to kind of coax that alien to come and to make money off of it. Um, so at one point, of course, he does talk. Juke does talk to Otis and M. On a couple different occasions to buy more horses or to see what's going on, and of course, M and Otis kind of like don't want to tell him, and don't Jupe doesn't want to tell them that, hey, we've all seen aliens. And that's one of the biggest ironies of the movie, is that even though, like I said, between Otis, and the Angel, the shop employee, although they don't keep secrets from each other, they're telling each other, "Oh my God, there's an alien. There's this. There's that." Hello, hello, Johnny Small Pepper. Thank you for being here. And thank you for listening. Always good to have you guys. And I hope you guys are enjoying what I'm talking about. I know I'm ranting and I'm going all the way around on this movie, um, but I'm just giving you guys my personal thoughts on the movie. Um, so yeah, so basically, they don't tell each other, these neighbors who are both going through the experience of being attacked by this alien. They don't tell each other that, hey, we're being attacked by aliens. And the other thing is, like I said earlier, Jupe is actually monetizing the experience, right? He has these little toys, he has these costumes of these quote unquote little green men, right? While as M and Otis at first want to keep this to themselves until they can get concrete proof that this is happening. Now, like I said, once they realize that they can't get the proof through digital means because um, every time the alien is active, it shuts down either intentionally or accidentally anything electronic. They decide to go and meet up with one of their connections in the film industry and try to say, hey, you know what? We need your help to prove that aliens exist. So of course, that guy is like, yeah, no, I don't. I don't care. This is not something that interests me. I really don't care. You know, you're not really showing me. It's Holst. But at one point, because of Angel, Angel did show clips of, hey, there's this one cloud that doesn't move, and it does get around to TMZ. For those of you who don't know what TMZ is one of those TV shows that like talks about like, yeah, this, we spotted this celebrity that naked, and they were doing this and that, and oh, these two celebrities are dating, and these two are, so they're one of those shows that like are about like controversy and celebrity news and all that, and it's like fake news and just goes into it. So of course, because Angel's like, oh my god, I think they're aliens, there's this one cloud that doesn't move, blah 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 blah. TMZ also comes in, and of course Holtz, who's that cameraman, he's apparently, in this movie he's presented as an excellent camera who can make the impossible shots. He also realizes, oh yeah, this cloud really doesn't move. What's going on? So of course TMZ comes in to check out the cloud. He comes in to check out the cloud. Now Holst comes in first, and he does conclude, like Angel had, yeah, there really is a cloud here that's not moving. It's really not going anywhere. So of course he sets up equipment that's battery operated essentially. Okay, and you get those flaming moving wiggly men in a lot of car shops. He's okay. My boss is calling me again, so just give me a moment, guys, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, guys. All right, guys. Sorry about that. So yeah, I figured since it's the second time my boss is calling, I would pick up. So sorry about that, guys. Thank you for your patience. Thank you, Johnny, for being here and spending some time with me. I hope to catch you on the replay. So yeah, so we're gonna continue, guys. So of course, Holtz comes in and brings his older cameras. You can tell that this is a gentleman that's been in the Hollywood industry for quite some time, and of course has different cameras, different camera techniques, and is using all sorts of stuff to make those quote unquote uh, impossible shots. You too, Johnny, have a great day, and thank you again for spending some time with me and listening to me ranting and raving about the movie. So I hope you have a good one. So anyways, yeah, so you can see that these four characters are coming together. So Otis, M, Holt, and Angel, to capture that sweet shot of the alien. And you can tell that they're trying a whole bunch of techniques. Obviously, Angel brought in the traditional, what you would think to do for a movie. Obviously, the digital cameras, security cameras, all that stuff. And of course, they bring in Holtz when they realize that the traditional cameras don't work, right? And like I said, TMZ at one point comes in, and you see the guy is a full cover, so you don't know exactly which TMZ person it is, but that's the gag. Is like he's like guts all in their face and doesn't back up, and he's like with their electric car and electric camera and everything, not realizing that hey, he's not going to be able to capture the alien and probably will fall victim to the alien, despite, of course, both the M and the older brother Otis trying to protect them. Um, so I just see something pop up. I know that there's going to be some little comments here. Give me a second, guys. Okay. So, anyways, it's not popping up. Anyways, but yeah, so of course, uh, when the TMZ comes in, this is after Otis and the whole gang set up a trap for the alien, right? So that's why I said before, they take down from a car shop one of those like flaming wiggly guys there that you always see them to get attention. So they steal a whole bunch because these things are battery operated. So they know that the alien is not going to like these things. So they try to set up in such a way that they can get the alien to come into a particular zone so that they can film through the more older cameras that old Holtz have, and capture the alien that way. It semi works, but not fully, because TMZ comes in and tries to capture the shot of the alien using it electronic goods, and not realizing that hey, there's an alien that's gonna come and attack you and kill you, and your electronic stuff is not going to help. It's not going to help you, it's not going to help anyone. So of course their plans get foiled, and yes, the TMZ guy does meet a grisly end. He ends up being lunch for the aliens. So even though I'm divulging some things, I don't want to divulge everything, because I do think you guys should go and see the movie for yourselves. So yeah, so that's near the end of the movie. Now, what you also see is the alien, of course, at one point, about the same time that it's going after the TMZ guy, it also goes after Jupe and the people at Jupiter's Ranch as well, right? So the Jupiter's Ranch is this attraction. Like I said, it's the neighbors, Jupe, and his setup to attract people to come see the aliens. Hey, this is fun. Now, of course, Jupe at first thinks these aliens are friendly and are nice, and it's like, hey, they're just going after the horses. It's okay, no worries. I'll just, spend $45,000 or whatever the price was. I can't remember exactly if it was 4,500 or 45,000, but I'll just buy more horses from the neighbor. It's okay. He wants to make a few dollars. I need a few horses to feed the aliens. So Jupe, of course, doesn't realize that the alien is basically a predator animal, and that's one of the things that's revealed in the movie is that this is a predator animal that's marking its territory. It's making its stake and making a claim on these two farms, right? It's this is my territory, right? So basically, Jupe doesn't realize that he's just basically feeding this alien. It's like, oh, hey, this. Hey, it's like sort of feeding a wolf, right? Or one of these other aliens, right? Um, so of course, the alien is like partly grateful, partly like, okay, I've had enough of the horses. Let me move on to these nice little humans. So, of course, one of the first human victims that you can see that the alien actually consumes is Jupe and the people visiting his ranch. And it is gnarly. You can literally see the people go inside the alien, and that's when you really get a shot, really get a sense of the alien is the ship is the alien. It's one and the same thing, right? And it's not pretty. So this is a movie, and that's part of why I'm glad that I'm not showing the clips. It's not a pretty movie, although it doesn't go full R rated. Okay, if you're sensitive to blood or to gory images, this is not the movie for you. Okay, there is going to be quite a bit of enough blood where it's not a fun movie. Now, I'm a big fan of horror movies because of the blood, but it's not a movie for everybody. I realize that not everybody likes that kind of stuff. Um, so of course they meet a very tragic and grisly end. And of course, this sets up Otis, M, Holtz, and Angel for like, okay, we need to take this alien down. It's now going after people. It's now going after bigger things than just um, horses. It's going after us. We need to save ourselves. We need to save the ranch. We need to take this alien down, right? And of course, at one point, they do get uh, uh, Angel, like, it does. Sorry, no, let me rephrase that. Sorry, my brain was like trying to make two things at the same time together. But basically, Holtz uh, does sacrifice himself to some degree, not for the greater good, but because he wants to get that quote unquote perfect shot. So he wants to literally set himself up to go inside the alien. Um, so you see him set that up, and he does get sucked up by the alien. So ironically, he does get that great shot, but it's also a shot that um, we don't know if it's something that's going to be shared with other people, because obviously the alien ingests everything. Now it does quote unquote throw up all the inanimate objects, which is what we saw at the beginning of the movie, right? So when it threw up all the coins and the watches and bracelets and all this stuff, one of the things that got thrown out was, of course, I think it's a nickel or something that ended up killing the father, Otis Senior, right? So I guess Holtz thought that, okay, if I go in the in the monster and still film, my camera potentially will get ejected out of the alien and hopefully survive and get that quote unquote Oprah shot, that money shot. Hopefully, I guess that was the thinking. So he's like, let me sacrifice myself. Let me do everything I can for Hollywood, right? Let's make some money here while we're at it, while we're with movie. Hello, you can't fool pops. This is actually the movie Nope from Jordan Peele that I'm talking about. So yes, there is spoiler alerts. So yes, and it is a an alien movie. I know a lot of people, didn't expect Nope to be an alien movie. They thought maybe it was going to be a traditional monster movie, but it is an alien movie. So just give me a second, guys. I'm just going to take something to drink. My throat is a little bit dry, so just give me a moment, guys. All right, thank you, guys. Thank you. So, So of course they make one last stand. Of course, Angel accidentally and intentionally also almost gets attacked by the alien, but realizes the alien doesn't like plastic stuff or inanimate objects. So that's why they had used the flaming guys as sort of a semi protection. So Angel does accidentally at first, but then later on wraps himself in one of the inflatable guys that had gotten taken down at some point. So that's how he escapes being attacked from the alien. Now the brother and sister end up at opposite ends of each other, so they end up close enough where they can see each other and hear each other, but the alien is literally between them. Okay, and of course, when you look at the alien senses you looking at them, and it will go after you. So of course, the brother wants to save the sister wants to save the brother. So they're both trying to tug the alien away from the other person, so that at least the other person can get away. Now the brother is on one of the horses. The sister is near the electric motorcycle that TMZ came in with. So of course they're both, like I said, trying to tug the alien away from the other person by looking at it, by doing different stuff. At some point, the alien does start to follow the brother. The sister is able to get onto the motorcycle. The sister does look at the alien, try to get it to come excuse me, towards it. The alien does end up following the brother for a while, but then eventually goes to the sister. The sister does get to the neighborhood ranch. Now, the neighborhood ranch has this big inflatable cowboy kid, right? And the daughter, sorry, the sister basically unleashes it basically, and uses it basically as bait for the alien to eat. And that's when you see the alien in its full form, in its actual form. Because, like I said, as the movie goes along, it goes from that typical flying saucer shape that we typically see aliens or alien ships, I should say. Like I said before, that's one of the twists with this movie. The alien isn't a being in the ship is the alien is the ship. So now you're seeing this full force alien. It's kind of, you get this sense, and that's, like I said before, the special effects in this movie were really fantastic. I think Jordan Peele really did a good job with it, where you almost get the sense that this alien is a jellyfish in the ocean, the way it moves, the way it feels like it's floating through water and moving through water. And it reveals this little green section that almost, you get the impression that it's the mouth of the alien, and it's kind of just like, how do I just, it's like bleeping through water, and it's kind of like making water waves through its mouth, sort of like how we humans, if like we were to like make bubbles in our mouth, we would like make bubbles or make waves with our mouth in the water. It has that same kind of effect. um, so basically, you see that green square section sort of doing that same wave motion, and again, it's going dead silent, so you're not hearing anything, but yet it says everything, right? That even in dead silence, it's like, oh my god, what's gonna happen next, right? So of course, um the alien does suck in that giant cowboy inflatable. And part of why the sister wanted the alien to follow her rather than her brother is that she knows that not only is this inflatable cowboy um, at the ranch, at the neighboring ranch, but the neighboring ranch has this camera set up in a well, in a fake well, where basically if you twist it, you're basically going to take an upward shot, meaning that the sky will be in the shot as well. So of course it's coin operated, so she's going around because, again, the alien poops out all the inanimate object, and of course anything, any of the money, the coins, and all that gets basically thrown out of the alien. So she basically just finds whatever coins that she can, puts it into this literally turn camera. Like you have to literally twist something for the camera to activate itself. So the she takes to take like 2 or 3 photos of the alien. She finally manages the last shot. She finally managed to take a shot of the alien and prove finally that, hey, we're being attacked by aliens. The alien does eat the giant inflatable cowboy. And of course, as the cowboy is going through the digestive system of the alien, it of course explodes and the alien explodes as well. And one of the last shots, which is actually very creepy to me, is you see Otis Jr. go to the other end of the ranch, Jupe's ranch, and stop by the entrance. But he's very dark, so you get the sense that this is the brother Otis, but you're not seeing the full face, you're not seeing the full form. He's mostly dark, but even though the sister is very happy to see him, you almost get the sense of, is this really the brother, right? And that's one of, like I said, the last shot. You also see the news people coming in and, oh my god, it's all this controversy, look what happened at this so this whole frenzy, right? So you have these and the girl, the sister M, is also of course very happy. We finally killed the alien, we have a shot of it, my brother is safe. We're able to prove to the media that aliens are real and all of that. But that shot of the brother in darkness, essentially, to me was like very gloomy, very scary. So overall, that's the movie. But um, I know I've been going on for a lot longer than I was thinking. I was just thinking this whole show is going to be 20-30 minutes, but I see that's been an hour and a half. But we'll end soon. But basically, for me, like I said before, one of the things that I love about this movie is that it does leave you with a lot of questions. One of them is that last shot of the brother. Is this the brother there? Is that really him? Is that really who we're seeing, right? Because again, he's in full darkness. You're not seeing his face. You get a sense of him, but you're not seeing him. You're not seeing the full face, right? So you in this movie, you really have a sense of questioning what's going on. How does everybody relate to each other, right? Like I said, with the whole Jupe and his experience as a child, excuse me, being attacked by the chimpanzee. How does this relate to the alien attack? Was How does this relate to the alien attack? Like I said, you have that clip during the chimpanzee attack, that shoe that's literally just standing upwards right by itself. Um, so you kind of have a whole bunch of different things that just leave you really questioning what's going on. And to me, with any good movie, especially horror movie, that's the whole point of a horror movie. You're supposed to be left with a whole bunch of questions. You're supposed to be left with wondering what's going on. What does this mean? It's supposed to make you question society and social norms and like how do you understand things. Like I said before, I know I'm harping a lot on it. You see that the ship is the alien is the ship. Why is it here on Earth? Is there a particular reason for it? Is it an intelligent alien, or is it just an animal that just happens to be able to uh, go through space, right? Because for us, as we understand life, if we as human beings leave Earth, I can't exist out in the universe. I have to have an atmosphere and a world that's similar to Earth if I'm going to live, right? But there could be very much aliens or alien creatures that can easily live in any kind of atmosphere. They can live in the middle of the universe. They can go from living in space to living on a planet like Earth, or a planet like Mars, or a planet like the Moon, or whatever. Right? They don't need a particular atmosphere. They can live in anything and everything. Right? For all we know, this could be an alien's equivalent to a dog, right? Uh, think of how, let's say, squirrels look at dogs, right? The squirrel is, has, enough intelligence to, like, hey, that's an animal that's going to attack me. I need to protect myself from this dog, right? But yet a dog is just another animal, right? It's not out here like, I'm going to take over the world because, screw the squirrels. No, a dog is just a dog, right? A dog is looking to maybe play with the squirrel, maybe attack it, who knows, right? So for all we know, this alien ship could be just a dog, basically, right? Could be an animal that's just, hey, I found a planet with, things that I can, can sustain myself with. There could be several of these aliens living on planet Earth right now. We don't know. We don't know even if it's a male or female or gender neutral or whatever, right? We have no idea of what this alien is and what it's doing on planet Earth, right? We have no clue. All we know is that it's, going after us and attacking us. Now, of course, a lot of people reviewed the movie and are making a certain amount of, hey, this is often, a symbolism of Hollywood and how it's using black culture to gain it for itself and to really profit from, it's very black exploitation movies where we're basically, as black people, sacrificing ourselves for it to profit from, right? There's some that um, make that connotation. I don't really agree with that. I don't see how that those two things are connected, but I guess, I mean, maybe. But that kind of questions, I guess, could be there. But you're really getting that sense of, hey, this movie leaves you with a lot of things. Yeah, I know. I tried to kick it out before, but unfortunately, the spam bots do come back. But let me hold on a second. Let me delete that guy. Yeah, that's the second time that spam bot has come to visit my channel. But let me give me a second here. Let me get back into my YouTube. For once, I didn't follow my own advice and have my live going. So give me a second here. I'll kick it out now. Okay, it's gone. Yeah. All right. But yeah, thank you, fishing with the dot. But yeah, unfortunately, there we go. We're gonna put, yeah, all right. Yeah, I know sometimes too, even though you report it or whatever, it often sometimes stays there for a while too as well. Fishing the dot. So fishing the dot. I hope you're doing well as well. But I'm also gonna report it as well. Hopefully that will help. So yeah, so that's basically, no problem fishing with a dog. Thank you. I know sometimes too, I don't always see things right away as well, but thank you for having my back. Thank you. It's always good to have people like you around that are like, hey, we need to work on this here. Hold on a second. But yeah, so that was overall my review of the movie Nope. Like I said, for me overall, I liked the movie. There were a few moments where it was kind of cheesy, kind of corny, kind of, even though I'm generally a liberal person, I was like, this is a little bit much. This is a little bit too much here. Um, but overall, I did like the movie. It wasn't as, even though I found it was a good movie, it wasn't as scary as I would like, even though there were moments where it definitely was terrifying. Um, I found that there was quite a few moments where they spent too much time trying to show the preparation for the attack on the alien, right? And not enough of just how traumatic being attacked by an alien can be, especially when it is an alien the size of this, because this is not a small alien, right? This is not a human size and shaped alien. This is an alien that's in the ship that we can assume is a few kilometers in diameter, right? And that we have no means of communicating with this animal, this alien, to find out what's going on. Why are you here? Do you just want food? We don't mind giving you food, but please just don't make us the food. You know what I mean? So even though there were quite a few moments of eeriness, I'll give the him that much. Like I said, when the alien is about to attack, it'll go dead silent. And at one point, when the noise or the music kicks in, the alien uses the screams of its prey that it just ate as sort of like, "Hey, I'm here." So that is creepy, but I didn't leave the movie terrified. I definitely left the movie with questions, with "Hey, what's going on?" But I wasn't pooping my pants out of this movie. So I wouldn't personally qualify this movie as a horror per se. But I think if you guys are looking for, and even a mystery, I don't know if mystery really qualifies that movie, but it's a horror mystery kind of movie. An alien movie, I guess, would be the best way of describing the movie. Um, I think it's worth going to. If you guys do have, I think it's an hour and a half, 2 hours, I think something like that. I think it's worth going to see once. More than once, maybe not. I know a lot of people say, "Oh, I have to go to it a second time because there's things that I missed or I didn't quite understand." I personally think that's a little bit much for any movie. There's very few movies that I would ever say, "Yeah, I need to go see the second time or third time." This is not one of them. Although, like I said, I did enjoy it. Seeing the movie twice or three times to me, that's a bit much. Um, Now, if it was on Netflix or Amazon Prime or something like that, probably will watch it a few times. Um, but to pay, and it's like I said before, I paid to watch it in the VIP section. I don't know if I would pay that to watch that movie in the VIP section again. But like I said, at least see the movie once, guys. I definitely do recommend it. But that is my recommendation, guys. I'm not affiliated with Jordan Peele or anything. If you guys don't like this kind of movie, you're by all means, you don't have to watch. You guys can have your own opinions of the movie. So if you guys have seen the movie, either before and want to comment, or will see the movie afterwards and want to come back and say, "Oh yeah, you know what, I agree with you," or "I disagree with you," or "I agree with you on something and disagree with you on others," feel free to share your opinion, guys. I'm not here to tell you I'm the authority of these movies, right? I'm definitely not telling you guys you have to agree with me on any of it. Feel free to think whatever you want to think about this movie. uh, Definitely no nose off my skin, as the saying goes. And thank you, Great Farmer Freelance, for dealing with the person, the nice little bot that we're having. I'm also trying to go back and report the comments as well, so that way they can get physically removed as well from the screen. But anyways, so overall, guys, that's just what I think of the movie. Like I said, you guys can have your own personal thoughts of the movie. I don't expect anybody and everybody to agree with my thoughts on the movie 100%. You guys can think whatever you want to about this movie. You guys can tell yourself, "I'm not ever want to watch this movie." She Stole My Thunder's review just convinced me that this is not my movie for me, and that's fine. I would like to say that you guys will all listen to me and, "Oh yeah, because you had liked the movie, I'm gonna go see it." It would be nice, but I realize that, hey, you guys are adults and you guys can think for yourselves and decide for yourselves what kind of movie you want to watch, or if this is the movie that you're going to spend X amount of dollars with, or if you're just going to simply wait to see if it's on Netflix or something to watch, and that's fine, guys. Like I'm just giving you guys my personal thoughts and opinion on the movie, and just telling you guys what I think of it. Um, so yeah, like I said, I enjoyed the movie. I definitely would recommend it watching it once. It's more than enough. There are a few things that you do have to look out for, do pay attention to. There's lots of things that are very obvious and lots of things that are, if you blink, you'll miss it. So that's important to know as well with this movie. And that's another good thing with a movie that's well made. Some things are going to be very obvious, and then there's going to be some things where you have to look out for, and you kind of excuse me, you have to realize that sometimes if you blink, you'll miss it. And in a good movie, you want a mixture of everything. And like I said, for me, a good movie won't answer everything. It'll answer some things, but it won't answer everything for you. And you should, especially in a horror movie, you should not leave a horror movie happy. That's one of my basic rules in a horror movie. You should not leave a horror movie happy. And I did not leave this movie happy and like, oh, it's wonderful, and oh, the little Toto survived and it's fantastic. It's like, no, it scared me that some of the horses died, and it's like it wasn't a pretty death either. And it's like, oh my god, there's this big alien that's out there eating people, and oh my god, it left me with a certain amount of horror. Now, it didn't, like I said, it didn't scare me as much as I would like it to have, but it definitely left me questioning reality. And it's like, ooh, what if there are aliens like this and they're heading towards Earth? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Um, so yeah, so that's, to me, that's a good thing with a horror movie. It's supposed to leave you with that kind of fear, and like primal fear almost. But Jordan Peele didn't crank it up, and that's one of my criticism with him is he didn't crank it up to 100. He cranked it up to like 60-70%, but definitely not 100. So he could he could do better. Hopefully, if there is a sequel to this movie or a prequel, hopefully he does kick it to 100. But again, we'll have to see. Have to see. I think, knowing the fact that when I went to this movie, I went out, I think, the opening night. The theater, when I first came into the theater, I was maybe one of 5 or 6 people. I got to the movie theater maybe 10-20 minutes early. By the time the movie was about to start, it was full. And this is a theater, I saw it in IMAX. This No, sorry, I didn't see it in VIP. Sorry, I apologize for making that error earlier. I saw this movie in IMAX. And in the IMAX theater, I think you can sit about 100 to 200 people, something like that, at least 100. By the time the movie was about started, there was at least 90 people there, and the last 10 people were like walking in as the first 2-3 minutes were starting of this movie. So I think it was like literally uh, fully booked, or if it wasn't at capacity, it was definitely darn near close to it. So I have a funny feeling, like Get Out, that there probably will be a sequel to this movie at some point. We can pretty much expect it. Especially with these types of movies, guys. We know Hollywood, once a big movie makes big money, they'll make a sequel, whether we ask for it or not, whether we want it or not, whether it's going to be any good or not. That's obviously, it's going to happen no matter what. And again, guys, if you guys disagree, sometimes most of the sequels to these kinds of movies, I'm gonna say it, I don't like it. I don't. To me, it's a money grabbing plot, and they're just doing it for the dollars, and it rarely adds anything good or wonderful to the experience of that movie. And usually 9 times out of 10, it's like, why did you make that sequel? Like, well, you know why. We all know it's for the money, but obviously I can go more often not without the sequel. Anyways, that's enough of me ranting about this movie. So yes, that is my review of the movie Nope. So hopefully you guys liked listening to me talking. I didn't realize that it was going to be this much. It was nearly an hour and 40 minutes of me talking and talking and talking. So I didn't expect to be this long. So I'll let you guys go, and thank you to everybody for being here on my channel. Oh, and of course, my beautiful bots have decided to say one last little goodbye. Wonderful, wonderful. There we go. Anyways, what can we do? All right, thank you, bots, for being here. At least they kept me company. Wonderful. But anyways, thank you guys for being here with me today and spending up to an hour and 40 minutes with me. I hope you guys enjoyed my review of the movie Nope. And I do hope that you guys go see it for yourself. But again, guys, that's your personal opinion if you want to go see it or not. I'm definitely not the kind of person that forces people to do things. So hopefully you guys do go see it and enjoy it as much as I did. And if you did or did not, please let me know. You're welcome, Shane. Thank you, Shane, for being here and for being a great, fantastic moderator as usual. I know you say you're not a good moderator, but I think you're a fantastic moderator as well as a fantastic person. And thank you, Fish and the Dot, for being here and spending some time with me. Thank you to You Can Fool Pops as well for stopping by and spending some time. Let's see. We also had Johnny Small Pepper who came in earlier and did have to leave, but thank you to him for spending even a little bit of time with me. Um, and who else did I see? Oh yeah, I saw Marty and Jamie came in earlier, so thank you to them for stopping by. Thank you to Glory's Reality. Thank you, Tasha from Art and Adventure with Tasha for being here as well. Who else did I see come in? Let me just scroll up. Oh, yes, Wild Rich, Unstoppable Entertainment. Thank you as well for stopping by and spending a few minutes with me. Chaos Rain and James Gippy also came by and to say hello and give me a good thumbs up. So thank you to them. Thank you to Pat Ayaba as well for being here. And then, of course, earlier when it was scheduled for Sunday, oh, yes, I had Rose as well, Rose Iruju, who also came in earlier as well. And then I had the Dayang Gang that came as well. That was Jesse Masarap, Phil Ronnie Official, Melrose Lopez, Dana Lina, Yolanda Mikolob, and Dide Vlog, as well as Grace Soraya, Angie Villamore, Marcial Castellar. I had Gregorio Paras come in. Jenny Lynn, Geji Q came in as well. Let's see who else. Yeah, Jenny Lynn, I said as well. The Mali Lins as well had come in. Let's see. So quite a few people. Oh yeah, Royana Macapal. So quite a few people from Dayang. Dayang is also another channel, guys. If you're looking for a great community supporter, Dayang, as you can see, had a lot of people come in and give me a thumbs up yesterday when this was supposed to happen yesterday. So they had come in and blessed me with a little bit of love, a little bit of like. So thank you to Dayang and all of her crew for coming in and supporting me. And thank you again, guys, for anybody that came in today to spend some time with me to listen to me just ranting about a movie that I enjoyed. So hopefully, you guys enjoyed my review. So of course I'm gonna call it a day. So have a great one, guys. Have a great Monday, and I hope your week is as wonderful as you guys are. And as you guys know, you are all wonderful. So have a great one, guys, and I hope to see you guys in these YouTube streets. So thank you again, guys. Bonjour, merci, and have a great one, guys. Bye, everybody. Bye.